What's up, everybody? It's Flacco back at it again with another Madden YouTube video. Today is going to be probably one of the longest videos I've ever recorded on this channel. I think the longest one is like 21 minutes, which yes, we haven't had many big ones, but today we're going to be doing, I don't know how long this is going to end. I'm recording this part before I recorded anything. We're going to be doing a theme team tier list. Normally I do top 10, so it's obviously more to the point, straightforward, but I'm going to be rating every single team. I know theme teams is a big deal in Madden. It helps your team so much. You could have budget players in that option, they get boosted up to kind of be equivalent to today's options. But at the end of the day, if you guys enjoy the video, remember it's gonna be a long one, so make sure to smash that like button, hit that sub button for more. I do top 10s on every position. I do gameplays as soon as the cards come out, everything Madden Ultimate Team. Make sure to have those sub noties on as well, and let's get right into it. So looking at the list, you guys can see I do have them. I made my own over here. I'm not doing like the S to A tier. I'm gonna do a number 1, but I'm not gonna do that to the end of the video. We have our top 5. We have the very good, solid, meh, and awful. So I'm not gonna have, I was gonna have one that was like not usable. Well, technically they're all usable. That doesn't mean they're anywhat good. And obviously there's gonna be a lot of biased comments in here because of their favorite theme team. I, for one, have my theme team in here. You guys know I'm a Browns fan, so I'm gonna be very, very strict, non-biased to mine as well. So I hope you guys do to mine when I'm rating your team. Off, we do have the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll be going by division 2. I don't know if I said that. Looking at the Bengals, they're a rough theme team. I think Boomer Esiason is solid. I don't think quarterback's the biggest deal when it comes to theme teams because you don't really get boost besides like speed and like, you know, I don't even think you really get any much boost, if any, to your actual quarterback stats. So I never thought like if you're gonna fill one position, I think quarterback's a solid position to fill, but you don't really need to on this Bengals team. No good running backs at all. The wide receivers are actually awful. I think Marvin Jones is terrible. Jamar Chase is solid. That Marvin Jones card is terrible. All these, the wide receivers, definitely a rough spot on this theme team. No tight end in the theme team. There's a solid offensive line. You got 2 high 90 overalls there, and then you got a solid safety in Taylor Mays. What everybody has him. You have Jesse Bates, Roy Williams, Reggie Nelson. So solid safeties, awful corners. You do have Delta though, who's very outdated as well. This theme team is definitely tough. I'm gonna be honest, it's very tough to throw on out there, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give them I think some positions are good. I would like this as like a 25. I'm gonna put it at meh. It's just not the best out there. It's really not. Moving over to Browns, so you'll notice I'm gonna cut in between every division. So I'm gonna go AFC North, cut, then obviously the NFC North, and so on, if that makes sense. But looking at the Browns, remember, I'm gonna be as non-biased as possible here. Although I'm not the biggest Baker Mayfield fan in real life, this card is actually very solid. I think he's a top 5 quarterback in the game. You do got solid running backs. I wouldn't say like they're overwhelming, but you got even Duke Johnson. You have 2 really good receiving backs to choose from. You have a power back, so if you wanted to split, obviously if you have a full Browns team, you're not going to be using this Odell. You'll be using this Odell. Their wide receivers, I mean, Miles Austin is solid, but obviously you have Odell. Okay, we know that card is absolutely correct. That third wide receiver you're probably going to have to fill in for. Ozzie Newsome and Darren Fells are okay. You have a blocking tight end and a receiving tight end. The offensive line, solid. The lowest overall you'll see is an 89 at center and right tackle. And then the defense it's pretty good. You got Willie McGinnis and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's probably going to get a team of the year. We all know that. Defensive tackle, you got a 93. He's their stocking stuffer, so you can get that ×2 chem on him as well. Jadeveon Clowney and Ogba are high 90s. Those cards just came in. Middle linebacker, who cares? Right outside linebacker is very bad right there. And the cornerbacks are actually very solid. You got Everson Walls, who's a 6'2" corner, who's very good in the Browns team. Greg Newsome, 6'2" corner as well. Denzel Ward, 6'1", team of the year nominee to invest in. Greedy Williams, 6'1", or I think he's 6 foot on the dot if I'm not mistaken. All a lot of really good corners. Not really a free safety. You do got that LTD Jabril Peppers and a Jordan Poyer as a backup. I think Browns theme team is, I would say it's like a lower end of very good. Obviously, we're going to keep on adjusting as the list goes on. But moving over to that Ravens, maybe we might move, obviously, later down the list if we compare the Browns to another team. It might get bumped down. But I think the Browns are very solid right now, all theme team or all bias aside. Moving to the Ravens, you guys can see the overalls too on all of these. Browns was a 91. Ravens is a 92. Ravens is already going into this. I'm very, very skeptical of putting this one already in the top 5, what I know of already. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Lamar is also a Team of the Year nominee. You got Ricky Williams, Willis McGahee, Raheem Mostert for those budget theme teams. You have one of the best fullbacks in the game. Also another Team of the Year nominee who's probably going to win it. Deion Sanders, Devin Hester, and Marquise Brown. You have 399 speed receivers. 399 speed receivers. That is actually nuts. Mark Andrews and Darren Waller, 2 out of the 3 tight ends that are Team of the Year nominees who will probably get upgraded. I don't really like him too much, and I think Mark Andrews is a little bit more usable than Darren Waller, but Darren Waller on a theme team when he's a meta card, you guys know how cracked that is. The offensive line's solid. It's not as cracked as the Browns, but it's a solid offensive line out there. You have the best kicker in the game. Your punter's okay. Who cares about punter? You got Ed Reed to play outside linebacker or a safety if you need him. You guys can see right here, they really do not have a free safety. They kind of double overlapped with that safety right there. Your corners are solid though. You got Marlon and Dion. You probably have to fill in that third one. I do not like Marcus Peters anymore in this game. Elvis Dumerville, very, very solid card. Very solid pass rusher right there. CJ Mosley just came out. You got Ray Lewis, really good middle linebackers. Matthew Judon, if you do not know, you could use the power up pass glitch on him. Very solid card. This team is just a very, very good theme team. And I think they're arguably top 5 in the game right now. I really do think they're very, like, arguably top 5. I'm gonna leave them right here just for now. Obviously the top 5 is gonna be, it's gonna be easier for me to place the top 5 once we actually get all the teams on the board. My least favorite team in the NFL, that does not mean I'm gonna be unbiased to them, or you know what I mean. Big Ben though, I'm not a big fan of their quarterbacks right now. We'll probably see a Big Ben tribute card. You'll have Michael Vick upgrade sooner or later as well. You got LeGarrette Blount. Michael Vick's actually a really fun card too. You have a lot of running back options. Even the brand new Le'Veon Bell. You have one of the best fullbacks. I think he might be the best fullback in the game if it's not Frank Wycheck there. AB, you got Lynn Swan, Plaxico. The wide receivers are a little, I wouldn't say they're outdated, but they're getting there. I think they are getting there. I think Antonio Brown, yeah, he's only a 97 speed receiver on a full theme team. Lynn Swan, Plexico, they're all solid. They don't have overwhelming wide receivers yet. The tight end, definitely a position they need upgraded in. I do not like that Eric Ebron card at all. The left tackle's bad, the right guard is bad, but everything else is very, very good there. They just got a brand new Troy P. They got Minka, so they have 2 of the better safeties in the game right now. Steven Nelson, okay, yeah, their cornerback position's actually awful. Their cornerback position is actually awful. They got Joey Porter, Devin Bush, TJ Watt will probably get Defensive Player of the Year, so you'll get a huge upgrade there. Melvin Ingram got that. Oh, they got Melvin Ingram and Cameron Hayward, so you can move him to D tackle, whatever you want to do there. You got, oh, they're already stacked to D tackle. Al Woods, Tyson Alalu. This is a very, very solid theme team. I think they're solid. I don't think they're overwhelming. Nothing really cracked here. And yeah, I think they are. Yeah, I think the cornerback position and wide receiver are kind of the most important. They suck right there. Over to the Lions theme team, one of the most underrated. Obviously, we all know them as being the worst in real life, or one of the worst teams in real life, but they're actually pretty solid in the game. You got Matthew Stafford, so you have a quarterback there if you need him for gunslinger. He has conductor too. Your running backs, you have Swift, Blunt, Berry, or AP. This is probably the deepest running back team in the game. You have 4 95 plus running backs. That is actually ridiculous. Your wide receivers are solid. You have Calvin, one of the best in the game. 99 speed on this team, so he's probably the best in the game on this theme team. You have Golden Tate, who gets slot-o-matic. He's a slot archetype. I'm not the biggest fan of Marvin Jones, like I said earlier, but you can fill him in, and I guess he's not the worst on a full theme team. I think he's 91. Yeah, okay. 92 base speed is really tough right now. That's 96 speed on a full theme team. That is, oh wait, no, it's 97. Is it 97? Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. You got Lomas Brown, Jonah Jackson. All of the offensive linemen are, the lowest one's 89, so very solid offensive line. You got Matt Prater, you got Tracy Walker, Calvin safety, Quandre Diggs, Darius Slay. This Amani dude's a Team of the Year candidate, and he's also 6'2". Lem Barney, Broderick Tom. I mean, this team is very, very solid. I think they are. I think they are very, very good. I think they're at the end of it though. I think they're like right here if I had to place it. I do like their theme team a lot. It's very, very good. It's you don't think it would be good because of the Lions. Let's move on over to that Packers theme team. I almost actually moved over to Packers theme team when we saw like Ted Hendricks come out and we saw Devontae Adams come out. But looking at them, Aaron Rodgers will get an upgrade soon. There's no way he doesn't. He hasn't had an upgrade in forever. He's the best quarterback in the league right now, him or Tom Brady. Amon Green, you have a solid running back. I know a lot of people were not happy with that Amon Green, although like Yeah, their running backs, like, he's barely better than like the AJ Dillon or Aaron Jones out right now. But Devontae Adams is, if not the best receiver, one of the best, especially on a theme team. He's 99 speed. All you need is a 25 to make him 99 speed. The other wide receivers are probably the worst. They have really good tight ends, Jermichael Finley and Jared Cook, amazing tight ends. Their offensive line is pretty solid. Brian Beluga is a team of the year candidate, although he played 50 snaps this year. Their kicker and special teams, okay. But the big boost about this is that you're getting a Ted Hendricks and then also Devontae Adams +1. Darnell Savage is very good as well. Like I said, that Ted Hendricks card is one of the best in the game, and he will be one of the best forever. He's probably an endgame card, if we're going to be honest here. Jair Alexander, Charles Woodson. Perry Nickerson's an absolute budget beast. You guys do not know. 93 base speed, 91 when powered up. Solid team. I think Clay Matthews just came in the game. I'm not a big fan of that card. You get a run stopping defensive tackle as well, which is huge. Reggie White just came out. I really do think that I think they're at the bottom of I think I might have to actually add a tier or add a row. This one's just going to be good. Or I think this one's going to be, I don't know. Because we have a lot of tiers here. I think this one's good, and then I'm going to move this one right above as well. Actually, I like them more. I think I like this right here. Moving over to the Bears, it seems like almost every theme team's 91+. You got Justin Fields, who I like. He's okay. I don't think he's like, obviously, we have way better quarterbacks in the game, but he's okay. You got one of the best running backs in the game, Walter Payton. William Perry's a very good fullback. Although he's big and you wouldn't think of him, he's actually really solid. You got Hester. Everybody has Hester, but technically he is on the Bears as well, so you don't even have to use your theme team chems from the whatever. You guys know what I mean. You got Brandon Marshall as well. Very good receiver there. And then your wide receiver 3 kind of falls off. You could use Jakeem Grant, who just came out. 94 base speed. Yes, base speed. That's which is really good. They have no tight end. No tight end at all. Their offensive line is very solid. That right tackle and right guard are almost unusable, though. We're 85 and 72. Moving over to the defense, got a good left end, and Nakeem Hicks probably moved to D-tackle. You got Jay Ratliff and Tommy Harris, faster D-tackles in the game. Khalil Mack is very good. Leonard Floyd, the brand new card that just came out, actually a very good option for them. Who's a free card everybody can get to. Mike Singletary. Wilbur Marshall's actually a really good pass rusher. Kadero Patterson, you can have him as a corner or a running back. He has, I'm pretty sure Kadero Patterson's a team of the year candidate as well, if I'm not mistaken, so that's very good. Their corners are very tough to throw out there, though. Very tough. Even with this Kadero Patterson, yeah, that is very tough. Their free safety is very bad as well, and their strong safety is very mid as well. I think this team actually really does suck. I'm gonna put it in mid as well. Nothing crazy there. Moving over to the Vikings, I think the Vikings are one that was one of the worst starts in the game, and now they're at 92. They have definitely got a lot of boosts recently. You got Randall Cunningham, really good running back options. You can use Adrian Peterson as more of your actual running back. Roger Craig is your receiving back. You have a good fullback. Your wide receivers are Percy Harvin, Ahmad Rashad, both 2 guys that you got in the same promo. And then you got Randy Moss, and you guys know Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs will be getting upgrades soon, 100%, and Randy Moss will be getting upgrades soon. So this theme team is a good investment theme team as well. Their tight end is meh. I don't really like Kyle Rudolph at all. Their offensive line it's pretty solid. Their center, definitely you have to replace. That guy is very tough to throw out there. You got Daniil Hunter, one of the best D linemen in the game. Linval Joseph, who was at Massa early on. Ndamukong Suh. I gotta catch my breath a lot during this video. I'm talking so much. Anthony Barr, Leonard Floyd too. I actually didn't even. Does he? Oh, he gets. Okay, I forgot he got every NFC chem. I'm an absolute bot for that. So you could use him. You could use Anthony Barr. Very solid options there. Moving over to corner, which is probably the most important. Mike Hughes, a very short corner. I think he's 5'10". Yeah, he's 5'10" over there, as you guys could see. You got Patrick Peterson as well. Kadero Patterson's very good. I do like this one a lot. I really do like this. Although Mike Hughes isn't the best, I do like their top 3 a lot. Perry Nickerson's a really good 4 as well. Anthony Harris is very bad, and Harrison Smith, even on a theme team, very slow. Very slow. I do think they're good, though. I think that they're at the top of good right now. So when looking at the Panthers, I actually went into this thinking that they had one of the worst ones, but I forgot they've gotten a lot of upgrades. They're 92 overall. So their quarterback is that budget Cam Newton. Personally, I don't think he's the best anymore, or even close to being one of the best in the game. So I would use a filler there if I were you. Also at the running back position, Christian McCaffrey, you got 90 base speed. This is the powered up edition, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Yeah, is this the... Okay. Yeah, that is terrible. Yeah, you need to fill in very badly right there. Keyshawn Johnson's very good. Robbie Anderson, two very good receivers. Amazing wide receivers. I think they both hit 99 speed for you there when you're fully teamed up. Your tight end, you do have to probably fill in. That left tackle's tough. I think the left guard is definitely usable. 90 and plus is definitely usable. I think 89 is even usable. So the rest of the offensive line is really good besides that left tackle. You don't really got a special teamer that's too solid here. You can just always sub them in after. Your strong safety, nothing there, but Jeremy Chin is probably going to be getting us a huge upgrade here in Team of the Year. I know he's a big fan favorite in Madden. Your corners are solid. Stephon Gilmore just got an upgrade. JC Horn is very solid as well. And Keith Taylor, one of the best budget cards in the game. 93 base speed, 94 when powered up. He is 6'2" as well. He is absolutely amazing. You got Cam Newton at middle linebacker. Luke Kuechly. You could put it, I like Luke Kuechly at outside linebacker, but you could use Leonard Floyd. Kevin Green will be getting upgrades. You got Shaq Thompson as well. Hassan Reddick, one of the best upgrades in the game. Mike Rucker got a right. I forgot about this card. I don't think anybody knows that this card's even in the game. I forgot about it. But Hassan Reddick's like a must have. You have the same team. Vernon Butler's very good. And obviously Reggie White. So their defense is very solid. I think this is a good theme team. I would say it's a lower end good theme. Or actually, no, I would say it's solid. I would say it's solid because they are missing a lot of spots. I think it's like a little underwhelming at some. And then they kind of like some positions really do heavily carry this team. Moving over to the Saints, Teddy B. Yeah, you're going to be filling in there. Ricky Williams and Adrian Peterson and Alvin Kamara. Very good teams right there. Or very good running backs for your theme team right there. Joe Horn just got a card. You got Brandon Cooks. Mike T just got a card, but his card is very bad. You're probably using it if you're on a full theme team, though. I do love Brandon Cooks and Joe Horn, though. Your tight end's amazing. Left tackle, very good. Center's good. Right guard's good. Ryan Ramczyk will be getting upgraded. You guys all know Ryan Ramczyk's a big fan favorite from EA. He always gets upgrades in Madden. Moving over to safety, though, Von Bell is actually a 95 overall, very solid card, and he's also a Team of the Year candidate, like Kamara also on this list. Swearinger, meh. But you got PJ Williams. PJ Williams is one of the best theme team cards in the game. Janoris Jenkins, solid. I don't like the third one, so you'd probably have to fill in there, especially Aaron Glenna. He's very 91 base speed, 92 when powered up, and he's also very short. It's very tough to put out there. Your middle linebacker's okay. Leonard Floyd, solid. That D line, it's okay. You do got Akeem Hicks and Cameron Jordan, which are not overwhelmingly good D tackles or D ends. You got Sheldon Rankins mid. I always don't want to butcher his name, but I know this card's not the best either. I really think the Saints theme team is, I think it's like a lower solid one. It could definitely be better. Now we move to a 93 overall team. I think the Ravens, who we even have as like one of our highest ones, who was debatably top 5 right now, isn't even a 93 overall. Sometimes overall doesn't matter because sometimes it could be boosted with a bad card. But we got Tom Brady, who not the biggest fan of. Will probably get an upgrade though. LeGarrette Blount, very good card. Vita Vea, if you want to be a troll. I think that card's actually very solid as well. It's not even like a huge troll card because he's actually can air truck and everything. But if you're gonna go for an air trucker, might as well just go with LeGarrette Blount if you're actually gonna want the best option out there. I like their wide receivers though. AB's solid. Chris Godwin's actually have a really solid card as well. Keyshawn Johnson's one of the better receivers in the game. You got Gronk, one of the most expensive cards in the game, but if you're going full theme team, you gotta get him. And that offensive line, very solid. Nothing crazy, but it's definitely solid out there. It's definitely solid. The defensive line, you got Booger McFarland, William Golson, so 93 plus right there. Ndamukong Suh and Al Woods you can use as well. Leroy Selman, Warren Sapp, Vita Vea. Wow, they are deep at D tackle. That might be the best D tackle team in the game. I mean, geez, that is ridiculous. Leonard Floyd, your middle linebackers are solid. You got JPP. I do like JPP. That JPP card, another expensive one, but another very good card. Your corners are loaded. Aqib Talib, Darrelle Revis, and Sherman, and Rondé Barber. Those corners are absolutely amazing. You got Antoine Winfield, Jordan Whitehead, who's just, he's not in the game yet, but he will be in there. We all know about it. He's going to be just kind of like that. I'm pretty sure he's just like, what card am I looking for? He is like literally the exact same thing as that Leonard Floyd. He's going to be the every team come for the AFC, but obviously he plays in the Bucks, so he's going to get Bucks still too as well. You got John Lynch as well. I mean, this theme team is actually very good. I think they're at the top of very good. I do like the Ravens a little bit more, I think. But I don't even know, man. They're like these two. We'll obviously we'll decide at the end, but that's a very good theme team. I've noticed I've been going in depth a little bit too much. I'll try to speed through it. You got Michael Vick and yeah, the Falcons theme teams are really tough because you have to use one of the options here probably just to be even like viable. And using Michael Vick at running back, you're gonna have to cost yourself with the best quarterback there. So you're gonna have to fill in. Your wide receivers though are very good. You got Deion Devin Hester and Joe Horn, very good wide receivers. So and you have the best tight end in the game on a theme team. I I think on a theme team, he is better than Vernon Davis because he is taller. Yeah, and he has better run blocking. I do like Kyle Pitts there, but on a non-theme team, I'd go Vernon personally. Offensive line, you only have one card over 90 overall. Very, very tough. Keanu O'Neal sucks. Matt Prater and Young Hoku, very good kickers in the game. Duron Harmon's solid. Your corners are very, very good, though. You got Carol Patterson, or the out of position, Deion Sanders, and AJ Terrell. I think AJ Terrell will be getting upgrades here soon, hopefully. Fowler's okay, Deion Jones okay, Leonard Floyd's a very solid option. Dwight Freeney and John Abraham and Grady Jarrett are all cards I love. Your D tackle, I'd move Grady Jarrett to D tackle there and probably fill in that left end as well, with this right end positions actually loaded. 492 pluses. So moving that Falcons team, I think they're like I think they're solid meh, like right here. I'm going to put them at meh. I think that they could be much better. There's a lot of positions that they're lacking in. But moving over, what team do we have next? We have the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, 93 overall. Another 93 is actually a very good theme team. You have Kyler Murray or Jake Plummer. I know most, or even Boomer Esiason. I think most people will be going with Kyler there. That's who I would go with personally. You got Adrian Peterson, Chase Edmonds, very, very good running backs. Your wide receivers are meh. I would say very meh. I do not like D-Hop at all. He has 92 base speed this late in the year. 92 base, 93 when powered up. Ahmad Rashad is solid though. And your wide receiver 3 are probably gonna be using Hester there, if we're gonna be honest. Darren Fells or Zach Ertz, very mid tight ends there. You could use JJ Watt as a meme. Lomas, Thomas, Faneca, Ronnie Hudson, they're all of their offensive linemen, all 90 plus. Ridiculous. You got Matt Prater, so one of the best kickers in the game. You got Buda Baker and Isaiah Simmons. Very, very good safeties boosted up on theme teams. I'm not the biggest fan of Buda, but on a theme team, he could be okay. I would not touch Larry Wilson. You would probably fill in there. Their corners, Byron Murphy, although he's a team of the year, he's probably not going to win it. Patrick Peterson's a very, very, very good card. Very good card. I don't really like the corners too much here. You probably have to fill in there. Wilbur's good. Isaiah Simmons, middle linebacker, you won't be able to use that. Seth Joyner, Chandler Jones just got upgraded. Hassan Reddick's amazing. Dwight Freeney, amazing. John Abraham, amazing. JJ Watt, amazing. This is actually a very, very good theme team. I think that they're at the top of or not the top of very good. I would say they're better than the Browns. I don't know if they're better than these guys. Dude, the Cardinals, I didn't even expect them to be that good. Moving over, we have some really good theme teams in a row right here. This AFC, I think it's NFC West or NFC South. I always forget the NFC names, but obviously you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's move on over to those Seahawks. Another 93 team. Their quarterback definitely could use an upgrade. But you got AP, Amon Green, Sean Alexander, Franco Harris. Very, very good backfield right there. Percy Harvin, Devin Hester, and Golden Tate, and Doug Baldwin. Brandon Marshall or DK Metcalf. This might be the most stacked wide receiver core in the game. It literally might be the most stacked wide receiver core in the game. Charlie Young, Walter Jones, you're very good offensive line too. You could use a little bit better. Actually, no, there's only really good two really good offensive linemen on there. You got Quandre Diggs, very standout card. Cam Chancellor, Jamal Adams. Everybody has Cam. You have a punter and Bobby Wagner. Nice little troll card there. Your corners, DK Metcalf's one of my favorite corners in the game. I think he's top 3, top 4 right now. Richard Sherman is probably one of the best, if not the best corners in the game as well. Your third's okay. You could use Shaquille kind of as a filler. I do like this team a lot. Bobby Wagner, Dwight Freeney, Carlos Dunlap, Al Woods, Jadeveon Clowney just came out as well. This is another very, very good theme team. Very, very good. I'll correct this all once we get to the end. I'm really just throwing them in there. Top 5 I'm going to be doing at the end with top 1 as well. That's going to be a hard little theme to put in. Moving over to the Niners, who's actually a low overall. They're only a 91, which is actually kind of crazy. Jimmy G, Roger Craig, Raheem Mostert, very solid. You got Kyle Juszczyk. I do like Juszczyk a lot. Dion, Randy Moss. So basically you're going to be using, I'm not the biggest fan of their wide receivers. They're definitely outdated, but the thing is with their wide receivers, they're due for the biggest upgrades. Like Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, when they're meta in the game, they're super meta. Debo's definitely going to win team of the year, I think. This card's one of the best wide receivers in the game. You got arguably the best tight end in the game. Joe, you have many, many good tight ends. You have 395 plus tight ends right there. Trent Williams, really good offensive line. Yeah, the lowest is an 89. You got Jaquiski Tart, very unusable card. I wouldn't even touch him. Taylor Mays is good. Ronnie Lott is solid on a theme team. I do like their corners though. Jason Verrett, Dion, and Sherman are a good 1, 2, 3 punch. Very, very solid. And then you got Elvis Dumerville, Marcel Harris, who's a very underrated card. I actually love that card right there. Fred Warner, D Ford. Yeah, you can see that they're definitely lower in overall. Yeah, their D line is not as good as you think. Arik Armstead's only a core elite. I think he'll be getting upgraded soon. Buckner will probably get upgraded soon as well. I do like Bosa. it's a solid thing. I think it could be much better. The Niners are right there. I think they're good right now, but they will be good. We all know how good the Niners are. It just takes them a little bit to get those upgrades. And over to the Rams, you got Stafford, Odell. You got both Odells, and Henderson's a good running back. Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp, who will get a team of the year, or yeah, I think offensive player of the year, honestly, at this point. Charlie Young, good offensive line. You have Taylor Rapp, who's, I think that's their weakest spot on their theme team, but they should be getting an Eric Weddle here maybe soon. Maybe. You have to free Jalen Ramsey, which is amazing. Aqib Talib. I don't like the third corner. Probably fill in here. I guess you could use these guys if you really wanted to, but I'd probably fill in. You got Corey Littleton, who just came out. Not a bad option. Clay Matthews is really good too. Leonard Floyd, Aaron Donald, very solid theme team. You got Jack. Everybody has Jack Youngblood, but I do like them. They are very solid. I think they're at the top of good as well. I think they could use a little bit better options on defense. Like, I'm not a big fan of their safeties at all. I think Fuller's okay, and I do like Taylor Rapp, but nothing crazy there. Moving over to Chiefs, another very, you guys notice we're kind of going a little faster on these because I noticed how long we've been recording for. Pat Mahomes, Priest Holmes, and Le'Veon Bell. I don't like any of these cards. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like any of these cards. Chiefs theme team not looking too good already. Tyreek is solid. Joe Horn is very good. I'm not a big fan of their wide receiver 3. Yeah, and then Kelsey's actually a really good card on the theme team. I think he's not like the best tight in the game, but he's solid. He's definitely very good. Yeah, Rodney Hudson. Yeah, their offensive line, only one card above 90. Wow, the Chiefs theme team's actually not that good. Safeties suck as well. Their cornerbacks, you do got Mike Hughes, Darrell Revis, and Ty Law, though. And Fuller, and oh my, they're actually really loaded at corner. A lot of really good corners on this theme team. So I do like that. You got Derek Thomas. Derek Johnson will get upgraded soon. D Ford. I think this card's actually really bad, though. Even on, like, this card's actually, like, not too good at all. I don't know. I think he, like, for his price, too, definitely not a very, very good card. I think he's, yeah, you know what I mean? Chris Jones is very good. I do like this theme team, but the cards that kind of don't matter, like that wide receiver. You don't really got a good wide receiver 3. And their offensive line's very bad. I don't know. This game is like, you have to use 25 on the theme team. I think that they're solid. I really think they could be much better. It sucks that a theme this good or a team that good in real life is very mid in Madden. Yes. The Raiders. If not the best, like that, they had the highest peak in the game. You got Bo Jackson, amazing running back there. You got Derek Carr, which probably might get an upgrade here in Team of the Year. A lot of people are pushing for that. You got really good receivers in Cliff Branch, Hunter Renfrow. I do like Moss and Rice getting upgrades, like I said, with the 49ers. Cook's one of the best tight ends in the game. You're probably going to be getting a Darren Waller soon here too. Offensive line's actually mid. You only have 2 overalls over above 90. Ted Hendricks, one of the best. Reggie Nelson, one of the best. Jack Tatum, one of the best. Taylor Mays, wow. Their safeties are nuts. Their corners, not so nuts though. Not so nuts. You got Cordero Patterson, who's amazing. I think Charles Woodson's getting a little old. A 91 base speed, 92 when powered up. Charles Woodson's definitely getting very old in the game, so their corners are not too strong. Probably going to have to play some safeties at that cornerback position. You do got Corey Littleton, Brad Van Pelt, who's mid. Richard Seymour. It's a very, it's not as good as you thought it was. Like, I do think it's good. I don't think it's like overwhelming anymore. I really don't. I really think people who are not switching off the same team are really holding on for dear life for upgrades. I think it's good, but it's nowhere near where it was. That's a fact. Over to Chargers, you just got Big O Johnny U. Very solid upgrade there. No really good running back or very usable running back. I do not like Ronnie Brown at all. Good thing is LT and Eckler are Eckler never gets upgraded, man, and we all know that. Mike Williams, Lance Allworth, their wide receivers are very, very bad, but Mike Williams on a full team should be good. He should be very, very solid for you on a full theme team. I'm not a very big fan of any other card at this wide receiver. They might have one of the worst wide receiver core in the game. Lance Allworth, it's tough that you even know how to use that team captain. Jared Cook, though, is a very good tight end. Your offensive line is solid. Your right side is very, very bad, though. And yeah, Derwin James, very good card. Phillips is solid. He's a little outdated as well. Your best corner is under 6 foot. Jason, wow, this team is actually not too good at all. Wow, Joey Bosa low, Junior Seau is mid. You got Freeney and Melvin Ingram though. Wow, this is actually, wow, the Chargers theme team. That's not a good theme team at all. The wide receivers and corners, 2 of the most important positions in the game, are very, very, very mid right there for you. Let's move over to Broncos, who we already know is one of the best. I know it says 91, but hold on. You got Willis McGahee, he's solid. You got Tebow and Peyton Manning or Plummer. You have a solid fullback. Your wide receivers are Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Marshall. Tim Patrick's actually very, very usable. You have one of the best tight ends, if not the best, like I said earlier, Vernon Davis. Offensive line kind of takes a tank and overall at 79 left guard, but every aim that right tackle, so you got to fill in there. You have a good kicker. John Lynch is one of the best users in the game. I do love Brian Dawkins in this game as well. Ty Law, Talib, and Chris Harris, and Surtain. Amazing corners. Amazing corners. You got DeMarcus Ware. So the wide receivers here are really kind of like the position in the corners that are the most important. Fill in Hester right there, and you have Brandon Marshall, Jerry Jeudy, and Hester, which is amazing. Trevathan just came out. Seth Joyner, solid. You could see like in positions like right end, D tackle, and left end, that's really tanking the overall on the team. But the most important positions are the one that are going off in the corner and wide receiver. I do like this team a lot, and a lot of people do have them as top 5. I think they're very good. I think that D line, obviously, in a couple offensive lineman spots you can mix up, but very, very good team there. Moving over to Giants, not so good team in real life, but very solid team in the game. You got Phil Simms. Your running backs really do suck because you're not going to be using this Odell. You're going to be using this Odell. You know what I mean? Larry Sonka got a card as well. This Odell, you got Golden Tate, Brandon Marshall, solid receivers. Hester, if you don't want Golden Tate, very good team right there. Evan Ingram's amazing on a team. Lomas Brown, you got your lowest overall offensive line is 89, so very, very good right there. Jabril Peppers is good. I don't like Logan Ryan too much. Your corners are kind of mid. I do like Everson Walls. I think Janoris Jenkins is kind of playable. I do not like James Bradbury too much. I guess you could use both these on full teams if you have 50. I wouldn't use them if you're on 25 though. JPP and Lawrence Taylor, amazing outside linebackers. Brad Van Pelt, Alec Ogletree, very good cards. And their line is okay. Strahan will get upgraded soon. I think that they're solid. I don't think they're overwhelming. Very solid team. We are on to the Eagles. One of the best quarterbacks in the game in Jalen Hurts. You got LeGarrette Blount, who I absolutely love on teams. Fullback William Perry. Did I click Eagles? Does William Perry get Eagles? And I did not know this. I did not know that. How did I not know that? William Perry is in there as well. You got Miles Austin. Their wide receivers are definitely not the best. I think Devontae Smith actually has a 93 base speed. So actually, he's actually really solid despite his overall. Miles Austin, I guess it's not the worst. You could use Hester here if you don't like Miles Austin. Use Devontae, Golden Tate. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Charlie Young, very good tight end. Their offensive line is only one card above 90, so very kind of mid there. Malcolm Jenkins is a slower card. You could use Haloti not as a meme. He's actually not that bad. Brian Dawkins. Your corners are Steven Nelson and Slay. You do not have a third at all that's usable right now. Seth Joyner's good. I like Leonard Floyd. Reggie White's amazing. Fletcher Cox, Javon Curse. So they have one of the best defensive lines in the league. Yeah, Reggie White, and wow, that's actually kind of loaded. I would say that they're good at the lower end, though. Definitely at the lower end. They actually might be solid. I don't think that they're crazy. I think they're solid. It's nothing really takes over here, especially like that, except for that D line, which obviously we know. D-line. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at like the Cowboys, and they're automatically top 5 and debatably top 1 right now. The Cowboys, I mean, we could skim right through. We all know how good this team is right now. They're only a 92, but look at them. Just look at them. Their one weak spot is their running back, which is terrible. But you got Cunningham or Romo. Your fullback solid. Your wide receivers are Keyshawn Johnson. You can use CeeDee Lamb, Jimmy Smith, Deion Sanders. You have like the biggest options right there. Absolutely loaded at wide receiver. Yeah, I think you have 3 plus 99 speed receivers on a team. Billy Joe Dupree just got an upgrade. Huge upgrade for you. Your offensive line, your lowest one's an 89. The rest are 90 pluses. Free safety Roy Williams is a little outdated. Keanu Neal. Their safeties aren't the best. Their safeties are definitely not the best. So their corners are loaded. Everson, Dion, and Mel Renfro. You could even use Diggs, who's going to be getting a team of the year here soon. I cannot talk today. DeMarcus Ware, Broderick Thomas. You got Micah Parsons as well. You got some of the best pass rushers in the game. Some of the best corners in the game. Like, there's not much I got to say here. Let's move on over to Washington. We all know how good that team is. We all know it. Washington football team right here, 92. So I heard their offense is not the best. So you can see Kirk Cousins, meh. You got Adrian Peterson, very good option there. Your wide receivers, you got Terry and Dion. You could probably use Hester as that wide receiver 3. So you'd actually have really solid guys there. No one really tall though. No, really a tall wide receiver. You got Frankie, Wycheck, and Vernon. So you put Frank at fullback. Fullback Frank is absolutely amazing. Trent Williams. The line, the line, you only got 2 good players. The rest are awful and unusable. Sean Taylor, one of the best cards, full 99 on a theme team. Ken Houston's amazing on a theme team as well. Their their defense is solid. You got Dion and Kendall Fuller. You got to fill in that the corner 3. Brian Arakpo and Wilbur are amazing. Dave Robinson, solid. Jason Taylor in the game. Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Bruce Smith, Montez. Wow, that defense is actually crazy. I think that they are very good. They are very, very good right now in the game. Moving over, the Patriots. The Patriots is one that I run right now. I run 25. 93 overall, so we expect very good. Fred Taylor and LeGarrette Blount, amazing running backs. I think Fred Taylor's arguably the best in the game right now. You got Jakob Johnson at fullback. You got Brandon Cooks, AB, and Moss, who definitely deserve some upgrades here. I think Brandon Cooks and AB are solid. I'm not the biggest fan of Moss anymore. I really am not. Okay, so AB and okay, never mind. I do like Moss more than AB at least, but very, very solid. You got at least you got your route runner in AB. Gronk's very expensive, but you could use John, who's very good as well. Isaiah Wynn, their offensive line solid. You got an 87 there. You got to fill in at center. Adrian Phillips and Rodney Harrison. Their safeties are kind of getting outdated. Very, very outdated. Yeah. Adrian Phillips 90 base speed is terrible. Is absolutely terrible. Your corners are amazing though. You got Gilly. You got JC, Cordero Patterson, Revis, Talib, Ty Law. Their corners are ridiculous. Junior Seau, Judon, Seymour. Yeah, Vince Wilfork and Akeem Hicks. Very, very good theme team. I think that they're arguably top 5. I really do. I think that they're... Oh, man. I'm going to keep them here, and then we're going to do the top 5 at the end, like I said. Let's move over to the Fins right now. Dolphins. Right here. Tua... Definitely probably get an upgrade soon, but you do got Dan the man who gets every theme team at the end of the day. Thurman Thomas and Ricky, so you have arguably the best running back core in the game. 297s, which is ridiculous. You got Sonka, Tonka, Tronka. It's a weird nickname I've had for him. Their wide receivers are awful, though. I don't think they're awful, but they're definitely a little outdated. I do not like Parker at all. I actually do not like Parker at all. Like, I don't know. He's expensive and he's not good at all. Brandon Marshall, very good card though. I do like Brandon Marshall. Will Fuller, Jakeem Grant. I mean, you're definitely gonna use Parker on this team, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. Mike Gesicki's a solid tight end. He's definitely outdated as hell. Your offensive line, only 1 card above 90, and the rest are actually very, very bad right now. Wow. Very, very bad. Their safeties, you got Minka, but your other safety as strong is very bad. Your corners are very, very bad as well. Wow, this same team was actually very good at the beginning of the year, too. You got Seau, everybody has Seau. Jalen Phillips, Jason Taylor, though. It's a solid, like, yeah, this theme team's kind of meh. It's definitely very, very meh. Jets theme team, one of the best in the game. I think they're getting a little outdated, but if I'm not mistaken, they're still are very good. 93, you got Tebow, Vic at running back. Your wide receivers are Robbie, Keyshawn, Percy Arvin, and Marshall. And you can even use Plex if you really wanted to. Your tight end, you don't really got one. You got a blocking tight end and Eric Tomlinson, so you want to fill in there. You don't got a left tackle, but the rest of your offensive line's all 90 plus. LaRon Landry's amazing. Okay, maybe they're not outdated at all. You got Jamal, Marcus May. Your corners are Revis, Ty Law, and Perry's obviously not the best, but he's not bad on a full theme team. Wilbur's good. You got CJ Mosley, brand new. Jason Taylor, John Abraham. You got Quinnen. I mean, this is not a bad thing. Like, it's a very, very good theme team. I think that they're very good as well. That top 5 is going to be very hard to put together. I've been recording for almost 40 minutes now. Absolutely crazy. I think the longest recording session I've had is like 30 minutes, which is actually ridiculous. But moving over, I mean, this is a video I know a lot of people will like at the end of the day. Moving over to Bills, though. Bills, you got Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Willis McGahee, Percy Arvin. Your wide receivers are solid. Diggs will get an upgrade soon. Obviously, I'd use Hester until Diggs gets upgraded. Rashad and Harvin. Robert Woods, a very good tight end right there. Your offensive line is not too good besides the right guard and left tackle. Corners definitely suck. You got one good corner, and I don't even think Gilmore is like the best even on a full team. You got Poyer. Your safeties are awful, who definitely deserve better because they're some of the better safeties in real life. Brandon Spikes is okay. Wow, the Bills team is definitely not too good at all. I like their wide receivers. Their corners are awful, though. And then there's not really a defensive lineman that stand out besides Bruce Smith. Wow, they're actually like meh as well. They're very, very meh. Like this theme team could definitely be. Their offensive line's terrible. Yeah, that's a very meh theme team if I've ever seen one. Let's move on over to those Tennessee Titans down here at the bottom. 93 overall. They have the best quarterback in the game. The best quarterback in the game, if not the, like, you know, one of them. I know a lot of people like Hurts over him. Adrian Peterson helped them with that theme team. Absolutely helped them. They would have had no other running back. Darrington Evans is actually my guy. He's actually a mod in my Twitch channel. I love Darrington Evans. Frankie Wycheck, one of the best fullbacks in the game, and tight end. I guess you could use him at tight end. Randy Moss, their wide receivers are definitely outdated. Definitely very outdated here. Julio will get an upgrade soon. Randy Moss probably. Oh, man. Their tight ends, I would use Jared Cook and Frank Wycheck at fullback. Your left tackle, your offensive line's actually, wow, they have a cracked offensive line. They got an 89, and then their lowest after that is a 94. That's actually crazy. Their free safety, Kevin Byard, team of the week, is definitely outdated. You got Jack Tatum and Ken Houston, though. One of the better kickers than Fat Randy. We love Fat Randy. Brian Arakpo, Jayan Brown, amazing, amazing cards. Like the D tackle and Javon Curse and Jake Clowney. You could move Clowney to the other side. I think Jeffrey Simmons will get an upgrade soon here too. I do like the same team. I think they're solid. I think they're lower on the solid end. I definitely think that wide receiver, like those wide receivers are almost unusable. You have to fill out almost that whole thing with Hester. Let's go through the final stretch of this video. We do got the Colts theme team right now. Let's go to the Colts 91, so low overall. You got Johnny Yu, Jonathan Taylor's very good. Your wide receivers are very mid. I think that they're not the best. I do like TY a little bit on a full theme team. Reggie's solid on a full theme team, a little slower, only 92 base. It's okay. I don't like your tight end. Your offensive line, you got Quentin, very good, and then Ryan Kelly, and the other guys are all below 90, sadly. You got LaRon Landry, though, who just came in the game. Teddy Hendricks. I don't even know he got Colts either. How did I not know this stuff? He has Colts too, though, which is absolutely amazing for them, which is actually very, very huge. Your corners are awful. I do not like Rhodes anymore. I don't even like Kenny Moore because he's 92 base and he's 5'9". Kenny Moore is very hard to throw out there. This theme team, you got Darius Leonard, who's a very bad card, although he's one of my favorite players. Freeney's very solid. Your D tackle and Booger McFarland. Wow. You might kill me. This thing, I don't know. I think that they are very, very bad. Very bad wide receivers. Your corners suck. Your offensive line only has 2 above. Yeah, I know they have Ted and everything. I'm sorry, Colts theme teamers, you might kill me, but that theme team is awful. I'm like that might be one of the worst theme teams in the game. I'm gonna be completely honest. It might be that theme team is awful. Let's move on over to those Jaguars as I'm off the theme team here. Jaguars list. I cannot find Jaguars. I am absolutely blind. It's right here, right in front of me. 91 overall. You don't have a quarterback too good right here. You do got Fred Taylor, who's amazing. Jimmy Smith, Marvin. I really do like Jimmy Smith. Marvin Jones, not a big fan. And then you have Hester as your third. You got James O'Shaughnessy as your best tight end. Very tough there. You have one of the best left tackles in the game. Okay, that's if you don't take Taylor Mays, though. Andrew Norwell. Your right guard and center are awful. You do got a 90+ right tackle, though. Reggie Nelson's a very good safety. Wingard is actually a very good card. I actually do like Wingard a lot when I use him. He's 93 base. Yeah, very solid card. He's over 6 foot as well. You got brand new Jalen Ramsey. I think Shaq Griffin and Perry Nickerson are both budget corners. Nothing crazy, but they're budget beasts, I think, there at that overall. You got Quincy Williams. Nothing really much here else. I think that they're very meh as well. Jags theme team, I mean, we don't really expect much here. And we're not expecting much from this Texans, who are 91 either. Amon Green, their quarterback, I'm skip right over that. Brandon Cooks is like the only really good one. I guess you could use Will Fuller and D-Hop, who are kind of outdated, but they're not awful in the theme team. No tight end that's really good here. Offensive line, do they even have one above 90? No offensive lineman above 90. So not a single offensive lineman for this theme team is very, like, not even an 89. Wow, this team, oh, you have Laramie Tunsil, I guess. Very unusable offensive line right there. Their safety, a strong safety, is not good. I do like Ed Reed, though. You could use Ed Reed. I don't like Kareem Jackson too much. 91, so you don't, yeah, Kareem Jackson's unusable, even on a theme team. Your corners, wow. Vince Wilfork and Clowney and JJ Watt. Another awful theme team right there. So let's get to moving these cards into the top 5. I do think the Patriots are top 5. They have really good depth at that corner, very good depth, and their wide receivers are doomed to get upgraded. I think their wide receivers are solid right now, and they're one of the most, like, just like I said, in-depth positions in the game. You got to look, like, kind of at the outside too, but right now, I do think that the Broncos are one of the best in the game, and I think a lot of people agree with that right now. They're absolutely loaded at corner. They got tall corners as well, really solid receivers when you fill in with Hester too. You got, I don't know who else is right here. This is where it's hard, is these last two. I think that the Jets are still very good, the best wide receivers in the game. You have your third corner is a little tough. You could fill in there though. And their offensive line's all 90 plus besides their left tackle. Very, very good right there. And this fifth one, I think it's either between the Ravens and the Bucks, but I think that the Bucks are a little bit deeper. I don't know, man. I think the Bucks are just so good right now. I think this is my top 5, and I'm gonna move the Cowboys into number 1. I think the Cowboys are still number 1. I think everybody thinks so. Best pass rushers in the game, the most depth at wide receiver, very good corners as well. This same team, absolutely amazing. You can use Cunningham if you wanted to. This same team's absolutely broken, and I think this right here is my final theme team. 48 minutes later. Jeez. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. That was a long video. I'm kind of like just winded from talking from 48 minutes. It was 48 minutes recording. I don't know how long the video is going to be when we chop it up, but 48 minutes recording. Make sure to smash that like button. Hopefully, I've never done a theme team video. This might flop. It might do very good. So let me know. Give me some feedback. I absolutely, if you're even making it to this long in the video, but I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let me know where your theme team is, what your theme team is, who should be higher or lower, all that. I love those comments, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.